Hello and welcome back to the Slater Gordon National League Premiership Gameweek One. It's the final game on the Sunday. I'm Jack Humphreys, joined by Middlesbrough player Thomas Pettigrew.
Yes, afternoon, Jack. This should be a good one. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. We've got Newcastle against Muscle Warriors. Muscle Warriors newly promoted into the Premiership this year. They came up last season after having a record season. I'm sure Alan Murray will be telling his players what to do.
Yes, Alan Murray, a very animated coach, usually on the sidelines, so no doubt we'll see some of that in this game. But like you say, as a newly promoted team into the division, it's always tough, and Muscle have had a very tough weekend. When you reference last season's table, they have played teams in positions 2, 3, 4 and 5 from the last season's table, so a baptism of fire, you could say. Plenty of learning for them, and they managed to get a couple of goals in the earlier game with West Brom, so plenty of positives for them to take, and they'll be looking to build on that into this game, take what they can and build up towards the remaining weekends of the season. But like I say, based on last season's table, it's a bit of a baptism of fire, and they won't be expecting many points probably, but take what they can.
Yeah, absolutely. At the minute they stand at the bottom of the table with no points and a minus 12 goal difference. Newcastle, on the other hand, are in the fourth with 10 points and a 4 goal difference as it stands. Could there be an upset here? Could they get their first points on the board? Even if it's just a draw, that would give them some points. Battling at the top of the table with GBG Knights. But it's been one great weekend this weekend, and I know you guys at Middlesbrough, you've had a few good results. I don't know, how's it been for you guys?
Yeah, we managed to get our first points of the season in the game just gone there. We managed to win over GBG, so a tough weekend but in terms of results, but performances have been good. Two of the games we lost, we only lost by in fact, 3 of the 4 games we only lost by 1 goal, and some of the teams we played, obviously we played Leeds and West Brom, and we went 1-0 up against Leeds, and we made it tough for them, and we made it tough for West Brom, and yeah, like I say, some tough games, but we done as best we can, and we managed to get off the duck, if you will, in that last game. So all in all, a positive weekend for us.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? You get some hard teams in the opening weekend, especially it can be difficult, but getting some points especially is really good going. So for this game, we have a centre referee, Pete Westmoreland, who's just doing the coin toss now. Sideline officials are Rob Crawshaw, and I believe it's a club line from the West Bromwich Albion Throstles. It's a Muscle Warriors kick-off with Jacob Vickers, number 7 in the centre, out wide Rickin Shah, with Sean Donoghue on the other side, and in net, the reliable Halle Hindley. She's been absolutely fantastic last season, a great goalkeeper. I've had some time playing with her Dynamo. She's a great player and can stop almost anything. And that poses a challenge for Newcastle as we kick off Vickers down the pitch to the other side to the Newcastle half, where Ollie Crawshaw is in the centre. Kieran Steer is on the right hand side, one of your Scottish colleagues, Thomas.
Indeed, and I have to say I've been very impressed with Kieran and with Newcastle over the weekend, so I'm looking forward to see what they can do here. But I'll let you round off the lineup before we get too deep into that.
To finish it off, we've got Cole Simpson, and in between the sticks, is it?
It's Lee Armstrong.
Lee Armstrong.
Yep.
My mind's gone blank today. It's been a long day.
A long weekend.
Definitely so. And on the bench from Muscle Warriors, they've got Henry Bernard, great player they've signed this season, and Dakota. Dakota as well for Newcastle, they have Matty Harrison, Sam McKay and Aaron Gunphy. Early on here, we've got Jacob Vickers challenging on goal.
A good start here from Muscle. They've generated a few chances from kick-ins. They'll be pleased with this. They'll be looking to take advantage here.
Shah trying to find Donoghue. But now Simpson pushing up the pitch, pushing up the court. And now it's Shah to take the sideline ball for Muscle Warriors.
And does well to get it to Vickers and get some territory up the court. They'll be looking to pen Newcastle in there. They've earned a free kick there. So this is a chance, an early chance for Muscle.
Been brought back for a 2-on-1 there, edge of the box, in favour of Muscle Warriors. Got to defend this early on here, Newcastle. Shah on the back post. Can Vickers find Shah? He does, and just intercepted by Lee Armstrong. Goes up wide to Kieran Steer. He does great to make progress here. Crawshaw. Simpson. Now Shah. Just a bit of contact there. And
yeah, I think he's given it. Yep.
Yeah, he's brought it back.
Yeah, I have to say, Steer done well there to make the progress up the pitch there. And here he is again. A good ball across towards Simpson, goes out. Goal kick, Muscle Warriors.
Excellent. The Newcastle fans up there looking very animated.
Yep. They always bring, I was going to say colour, but black and white, you know, it's not that colourful, but there's lots of it. And there we have a chance. Steer now. 180 blocked off by Henley.
There again. And that was excellent from Steer there. What he did was he got the power from that Crawshaw created and didn't need to do much with it, but he just tried to tap it round. Hindley and Vickers at the back. Crawshaw. Steer again. Now Donoghue, the Irish international. Yeah, takes it out. It's gone out of play. Kick in to Newcastle. Simpson. Ricocheted back into Hindley. And Steer takes it. Battling on the edge of the area. Trying to go out wide, maybe. Steer trying to just take it over the line. Now back out wide. Crawshaw down the line. Still battling Steer.
This is one of Kieran Steele's greatest strengths, you know, the aggressive one-on-one side of the game. So he'll be looking to take advantage of that, and he does so to some extent. Wins Newcastle a kick in.
Crawshaw to take. Steer.
Just a spin and a miss there. He'll be disappointed with that. Looking to iron these things out, but early on in the game, plenty of time. Shah does well there to get past Simpson. Is met by Crawshaw. Crawshaw takes it off him and drives it down the court. And the ball goes out for a Newcastle kick in.
Apologies to the viewers. I think we had some scoreboard technical issues there on screen. It should be all resolved now. Oh, Crawshaw. Simpson. Crawshaw again.
Good
Shah.
pressure from Rick and Shah there.
Yeah, just to kind of close it down, start a new phase of play. Steer.
Good ball from Cole Simpson there. A shot on goal from Kieran Steer. Just wide, but that ball across through the gap. From a Newcastle point of view, they'll be looking for more of that. From Muscle, they'll be looking to close off those gaps and make it more difficult going forward.
Absolutely. And if they can get one of those executed right.
Oh, Steer there. looks to pounce on that goal kick. Just sends it out again, but dangerous play from Hannah Hindley there, slightly misplaced. She'll be looking to do better from this one.
Hindley, Steer again.
Again, Steer gets on it.
A free playing advantage, potential 2-on-1. It's a Newcastle sideline ball. Steer. Crawshaw to take. Steer. Trying to find the gap again. Now Simpson. Looking for more gaps. Potentially. There's Muscle Warriors defence. Steer. Finds Simpson. And it's ricocheted. Just out for a corner ball. That was kind of a dangerous situation from Muscle Warriors.
Once again, Steer done well there to find that gap, and the ricochet just takes it out for a corner, which he will now take. I'm in a bit of the danger zone at the minute, but that's fine. Kieran will be nice to me and not take me out. Do you know me a move? Yep.
Crawshaw trying to shot a goal.
Some contact between the Muscle Warriors players there, but nothing major. Play continues.
Newcastle sideline ball. Steer. Back to Crawshaw. He tries again. And it's another Muscle Warriors corner. Muscle Warriors defending the corner.
A great
Newcastle.
shot there from Crawshaw.
Absolutely.
Almost snuck in at the back post.
Crawshaw trying to find a gap again. Crawshaw trying to find Simpson, which he does. And it's hit the post. I doubt for a Newcastle sideline ball. They're knocking on the door in Newcastle.
Very unfortunate there from Simpson. A great ball across from Crawshaw.
It's almost like they didn't react fast enough, Muscle Warriors there.
Yep, they're struggling here with the intensity and the waves of attack that Newcastle are managing to generate. Yet another corner, thankfully for me, on the other side, so I'm no longer in the danger zone. Let's see what Steer can muster up here.
And Simpson trying to recover it to Crawshaw. Crawshaw dummies. Up to Crawshaw. Trying to find a gap stay. Again, they're just looking a little bit panicked here, Muscle Warriors. They look like
they just need a minute or so of getting the ball even into the midfield and just taking it maybe into a battle at least to take a bit of the pressure off. But Newcastle relatively unrelenting so far.
Trying to find Crawshaw, finds the gap. Crawshaw. 2-on-1.
2-on-1, yeah.
In favour of Muscle Warriors. Oh, in favour of Newcastle.
Yeah, like you say, Jack, a lot of gaps appearing in the Muscle Warriors' defence. They'll hope to tighten them up as the game goes on, but Newcastle with another chance now. Crawshaw.
Vickers. Going to stay. Shot. Take a shot. Again, defending well here, Muscle Warriors.
Donaghur's done very, very well there to get on the ball, take it for a dribble, and draw the 2-on-1. Give his defence a moment to breathe, and an indirect free kick now to be taken by number 7, Jacob Vickers.
There he goes. Trying to find Donaghur. Now Simpson intercepts. Battling against Kai Shah. Rickenshaw. I'm getting mixed up, I do apologise. Rickenshaw, not Kai Shah.
And Ricken does well there to bring the ball up the court. Into a battle here with Ollie Crawshaw.
They're battling here. Crawshaw goes forward.
Strong contact, but play continues. Ricken does well to get back after Ollie managed to get around him in the first place. And a good ball out, and Cole Simpson just was a bit drawn into the centre there, so just wasn't in position to take advantage.
Quite there. Sideline quite deep in the Muscle Warriors half here.
These are horrible to take, these sidelines.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that one. Just trying to get the ball out, trying to keep possession without compromising yourself at the back. Steer tries to go for the big spin. And Pete Westmoreland, the centre referee, brings it back for 2-on-1.
Ricken done well there to restrict Steele's space so he couldn't go for that 180 and managed to force the 2-on-1. But we noticed earlier a couple of goal kicks that Hindley took that Steele was able to pounce on. She'll be hoping they can't pounce on this indirect free kick, which more or less mimics a goal kick in its position. She does better there, manages to find Shat.
Crawshaw. Steer. Takes it down the line. Get down the line, trying to get it into that corner. Stays back. Good communication there from Lee Crawshaw. His teammate. There he is. Can find it across here. They might have a chance. Cole Simpson. Trying to keep going.
And that 2-on-1 there as a result of the fact that Ricken was at the top of the box instead of dropping back to allow Hindley to be at the top of the box. But due to the battling, that was quite difficult to arrange. So not much that could be done in the situation that they found themselves. I think we've had a sub just as I've said that.
Yep, it's Aaron Gunfrey. It's come on for Kim State, and he nearly gets an opening goal there.
What an introduction that would have been for Guthrie. I have to say, Steele done well in his cameo from the start. He looked dangerous, was generating quite a few chances for Newcastle. Should he be reintroduced at some point, it'll be interesting to see if he can continue with that.
Absolutely. Crawshaw, and capitalise. Crawshaw again. Gunfrey. Back to Crawshaw. Simpson strikes. Just saved by Muscle Warriors Hannah Hindley.
Yep, a good save there from Hannah Hindley. She's a great goalkeeper. I've played against her in the championship previously, and she's one of the toughest to get past. And she had a brilliant season last season for Muscle.
Simpson tries to find a gap. Gunfrey tries to follow up. Makes again another corner. We're going to be squeezed in the commentary area here
Yet again.
Goes to take. He's got Crawshaw and Simpson as options. Finds Crawshaw. Crawshaw trying to break in between the Muscle Warriors players. And it's a goal!
And Guthrie manages to find the gap there at the front post. What an introduction. A missed connection with the ball. 10 seconds into his introduction. Manages to make up for it there. Gets a brilliant goal, much to the delight of the Newcastle supporters up on the balcony. A great goal for Guthrie, and it stands now at 1-0 to Newcastle. You have to say it's been coming. Would you agree, Jack?
Absolutely. I mean, early doors, I think Muscle Warriors were knocking on the door, but just seemed to have lost the momentum and did start panicking at the back a little bit. And Newcastle clearly pounced on that and ended up getting a goal from it. It was a great substitution to bring Aaron Guthrie on to open up the scoring here, open up the account for Newcastle. With Crawshaw trying to push forward here. He gets past Rickinshaw to Jacob Vickers. Then trying to slow it down. A bit of contact there. Referee says play on. Crawshaw trying to have his options. Simpson. Ooh, nearly. Good bit of football there.
Crawshaw done well there to read that and try and position himself at the post for a deflection. Just missed him by a matter of centimetres. If he managed to get anything on it, I think that could have been 2-0.
Yeah, this is it. Can they keep their momentum? Now Crawshaw knocked out of play. Newcastle sideline ball.
Quickly taken. Guthrie just not enough on that.
Still challenging here. Crawshaw. Get it down the line. It's out for a sideline ball. Can find a gap there. Simpson. Not quite, but he has now. There we go. Crawshaw, now Simpson. Finds a gap, Guthrie. Strikes. Saved by Rickinshaw. Crawshaw again. Keeping the pressure high here, Newcastle.
Newcastle have been great so far at finding these gaps, but from a Muscle Warriors point of view, they'll be incredibly disappointed with how readily available those gaps are and how frequently they're appearing.
Absolutely. Crawshaw with a strike.
Well, a good strike there.
High ball. Peter Westmoreland bringing it back. To give you an update on the other court, it is 0-0. Teesside versus Aspire on court B. It's just turned half time there.
What a game that is to bring the curtain down on the weekend, but we've not got a bad one over here, have we?
No, exactly. It is. Even though it's 0-0, it's been such an exciting game. Oh, sorry, 1-0 over here and 0-0 over there. I imagine it's been exciting over there. Both teams have had the chances. But I think they're bringing on a substitute here. Jacob Vickers looks to be...
It's like he was hurt with that deflection that came off the back wheel of Hannah Hindley up into his arm there.
He's in some discomfort there.
Hopefully he can shake that off. But on comes Henry Barnard, a very exciting young player that they've signed in the summer from Norwich. Yes, Henry done very well for Norwich in what was a difficult season for them last season. He impressed and showed that he belonged at the Premiership level. So, no wonder another team has taken notice and now acquired his services. Will be interesting to see what he can do to try and get his team back into this game.
Guthrie. It's out of play for a Newcastle's sideline ball.
I think the linesman looked a bit unsure, but I think the referee made the call, and Newcastle have it now.
Find a gap.
Hindley is jumping forward a lot from those, so it's, you know, good astute play from Guthrie to try and find the gap. Couldn't do it on that occasion.
Guthrie again. Scores.
Inspired substitution from Jamie Harrison to bring on Aaron Guthrie. 2 goals now. An absolute great ball across from Cole Simpson. Once again, finding that gap in the wall and exploiting it to the fullest possible extent. A nice finish from Aaron Guthrie. Like I say, brilliant substitution. I thought Kieran Steer was very effective before he was taken off. Aaron Guthrie been even more so far in his cameo.
It is 2-0 to Newcastle after that goal. Surely this is a comfortable lead for them, but I'm no doubt they'll want more.
Some contact there. The referee's saying it was relatively 50-50 though, and play's allowed to continue, and Barnard goes for a 188 cut out by Simpson, and Hannah Hindley.
It's a goal for a goal kick.
Unorthodox technique there, but does what she wanted to do and lets it roll out.
Absolutely. Just on the 20th minute now. Final few seconds of first half.
Again, some contact there. The referee says nothing doing.
It's been a really good first half, no doubt. The team talk of the Newcastle camp is going to be very much positive. Maybe Muscle Warriors a bit more of encouragement, just relaxation I think they need to have.
Yep, some relaxation and some attempts to tighten up some of those gaps that are appearing in their defensive setup from hit-ins and corners that Newcastle are doing a great job exploiting, but from the Muscle perspective they're appearing a bit too readily, and there goes Pete Westmoreland's half-time whistle. Half-time here. Newcastle United Foundation PFC 2, Muscle Warriors PFC now.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic first half, some great performance. It's been a great way to round off the Great way to almost nearly finish the Slater Gordon Premiership Gameweek 1 Sunday. These streams obviously are powered by MK Battery as well. Thank you for MK Battery for their support. It's brilliant to get the funding and be able to continue the streaming and out the product and the scoreline and things like that around that. So we are eternally grateful to MK Battery and also to Slater Gordon, the title partners of the National League this season. It's been great to have their support. It's great to have their support for the upcoming season, which no doubt, Thomas, I know you agree, is going to be a very interesting season.
It is going to be an interesting season. I think this weekend so far has shown that. The league seems to be incredibly competitive, both at the top and at the bottom, and I can't wait to see how it finishes up. But loads more football to play before we get anywhere near figuring out the final standings. Of course, only the first weekend here.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we'll have a quick break. We'll be back shortly for the second half. Hello, and welcome back for the final 20 minutes of Game Week 1 in the Slater and Gordon Premiership. You have Muscle Warriors versus Newcastle United Foundation PFC in what is been an interesting first half. Newcastle are 2-0 up here. 2 goals from the sub, Aaron Gumphrey. But he has been subbed off now for Matthew Harrison.
Yes, he has. That's an interesting decision. I can only think that that's the mentality. Must be we're 2-0 up, get some rotations in and get some players some minutes, to end off the weekend. Matty Harrison, a great level of player to be able to call on from your bench. So let's see if he can fill Aaron Guthrie's goal scoring boots.
Absolutely, and we've just kicked off here. Muscle Warriors remain the same. Is that going to be, are they going to be able to close up shop a bit more, or are they going to still have the same problems that they're having in the first half? Is this half time giving them time with Matty Harrison with the strike? It's a Newcastle sideline ball.
Muscle looked to have made a sub as well at half time. No Rick Shaw as far as I can see here.
Oh, apologies, yeah. Jacob Vickers is shaking off his injury. He's come back on. Trying to find Matty Harrison, but unfortunately he couldn't quite meet it. Good bit of movement there from Newcastle.
Yep, just a matter of centimetres away from being met there and getting a shot on target. And another one of these horrifically difficult sidelines, deep right in the corner, the defensive corner.
It's these and goal kicks that are 2 of the hardest things to get hold of in Powerchair Football, with a strike from Crawshaw.
And there's some proof of how difficult those sidelines are. Vickers there just presented that right into the 180 across shot. Henley with a good save to tip it round the post for a corner.
Now Crawshaw trying to find Harrison. He's back across, trying to find Harrison again, but Simpson, now Harrison.
A bit of pinball in the box there.
Yep.
This time favours Muscle Warriors. The ball manages to get out and it's back in their box now though.
Now Simpson is taking his time, doesn't need to rush. He's taking it out wide with Crawshaw there behind. Crawshaw there is behind. Donaher comes steaming in towards him. It's
some good aggressive front foot defending there from Sean Donaher.
Trying to find a gap. Cole Simpson. He's won the sideline ball. Crawshaw. Again, Sean Donaher with that expert aggression there. The danger, of course, with that is if he gets caught out there, they've got a gap in defence. Harrison.
Yes, that style of defending there from Sean Donaher, like you say, has its risks, but he's a very experienced player, nationally and internationally with Ireland, and he understands when to go, when to stay, and he's shown that there, a couple of good interceptions on the front foot there.
Now Harrison, dribbling against Vickers. Harrison's out wide, goes out for a goal kick. Unlucky there from Matty Harrison.
Muscle Warriors have been struggling to get out from these goal kicks. They just seem to either be intercepted or taken straight into dribble. Let's see what they can do with this one.
Yeah, here we are. Jacob Vickers just protecting that ball. Gets to try to dribble forward. Cole battling against Cole Simpson. Crawshaw behind, he's flicked it out. Oh, trying to go full spin with Ollie Crawshaw there, just didn't quite work out for him. For the contact, Henry Bernard.
Henry's doing well here. Looks like they're playing advantage for a 2-on-1 there with Cole and Ollie, but can Henry take the advantage? Tries to find the gap. Well cut out by Crawshaw.
A great bit of energy from Henry Bernard then.
Yes, the exuberance of youth. Playing with no fear, which you could say is what Muscle Warriors need in situations like this, and they're going to find themselves in a lot of these situations as a newly promoted team, so excited to find out what Barnard can offer going forward. But so far in this game, he seems to be a bright spark when the ball ends up in the attacking areas.
There we go, Donoghue again. Trying to find Bernard with a strike. Armstrong saves. Donoghue. Cole Simpson takes that ball away from the danger zone. And it's out for a Newcastle sideline ball.
Barnard will have wanted more on his strike there, more of a connection, but Muscle seemed to have upped it from the end of the first half to now, and looks like the play's being called back so a substitution can be made. I think it's Cole Simpson going off, yes it is. And on comes number 9, Sam Mackay. A great young player, a former teammate of mine at Middlesbrough, and I'm looking forward to see what he can offer here.
Across to Matty Harrison. Takes it out wide. It's a corner ball.
Well done from Harrison to earn that corner.
And they've got to be defending so many corners here, Muscle Warriors. They've got a lot to do. Now Ollie Crawshaw to take. And Matt Harrison on the edge of the box. Tries to find Sam Mackay.
And Sam Mackay sneaks it into the corner there. I was just about to say that so far in the second half, Muscle Warriors had been better at defending these set pieces. But I'm glad I didn't, as that would have been a massive curse of the commentator for my first game on commentary this season. Sam Mackay with a calm, composed finish at the back post. The score now stands at Newcastle United Foundation 3, Muscle Warriors 0.
What a game this is. Newcastle getting some amazing goals here. Muscle Warriors just not able to deal with the attacking onslaught from Newcastle. Ollie Crawshaw trying to stop Jacob Vickers from coming forward. Ball's gone out. Some news to bring you about on the other court. I believe it's a goal for Aspire.
A big goal in the early stages of the title race. That one.
Now Sean Donoghue. Now Matty Harrison to take. Lee Crawshaw down the line. Crawshaw, Harrison, trying to find a gap. It's closed up by Donoghue and Henley. Donoghue trying to push forward. Crawshaw looking for that pick off to Mackay. Still battling here, Crawshaw. Trying not to let Donoghue through.
Strong play here from Sean Donoghue, doing well.
Lee Crawshaw pushing forward now against Jacob Vickers. Trying to battle again. Lee Crawshaw, the development team England player, who potentially could be one for the future squad. Definitely showing a lot of promise, and he's definitely there in the setup. Matty Harrison trying to front bumper. It's out for a Newcastle sideline ball.
Yes, like you say, Ollie Crawshaw, a great player. I believe he's only young, so has plenty of time to work his way into the England squad. But so far, showing a lot of promise, as you say. One of the exciting talents within the Slater Gordon WFA National League Premiership. Plenty of them on show over the weekend. A great ball there.
Mackay, Harrison, just back into the middle, back to Mackay. Crawshaw finds a gap. Vickers saves. Well, they've got to remain composed here.
Vickers does well to drive that out to around about the halfway line. It's turned back round though from Crawshaw.
He's carrying on here. Crawshaw finds
Good
Mackay.
flick.
Brings back for a 2-on-1. Pete Mossmorland brings that back. The central referee. I think Mackay and Harrison were a bit too close together.
Yes, they did appear so, but you have to say that was a great flick out from Ollie Crawshaw to find Mackay. So if they can sort out the spacing and replicate that passing pattern, more goals could be in the offing here for Newcastle.
Just over 10 minutes left of this game. If they bag some more goals as Crawshaw takes on the strike. So unfortunate Mackay couldn't get to it.
Yes, Newcastle will be looking to try and bag as many goals as they can. At the moment, they find themselves joint top of the league, but second to aspire on goal difference. So they'll be looking to close that gap if they can.
Harrison trying to drive forward. Hindley just knocks it out with play. Again, got to defend here, Muscle Warriors. Harrison trying to find ball across. Crawshaw. Back to Crawshaw now. To Mackay. Crawshaw.
That was a good original pick-off from Mackay, just couldn't get enough on his spin pass back, and it sort of stayed still and just spun on the spot. As we have yet another substitution, Kieran Steer re-enters the action in place of Ollie Crawshaw. Looks like he's been given a few minutes of play in the middle. Will be interesting to see what he can do with it. This is the position that he's most accustomed to, playing in the league and national team in Scotland. So it will be interesting to see how those skills transfer to the undoubtedly higher level of the Premiership. But with the score as it is, with only a few minutes remaining, now's as good a time as any to try it out.
Back to Lee Armstrong at the back. Good, solid goalkeeping. All ball coming all the way back. He's done well here, Lee Armstrong. Now battling with Donoghue. Now to Vickers. Still, Armstrong has the ball. Going to take it wide to Mackay. Mackay trying to go back to Armstrong, but Henry Bernard intercepts. It's a 2-on-1. Not sure which way he's pointed that. It's in favour of Newcastle.
I believe it's for Newcastle. I think Jacob was just too far over to that side when he was on the line there.
Now Mackay looking at Steer. Mackay to Steer. Donoghue just gets there beforehand.
Yeah, again, some great front foot defending there from Donoghue. And a bit of contact there called against Kieran Steer. Muscle Warriors now with another chance to try and get the ball up the court. You have to say at this stage, of, I believe it's points will probably be out of reach for them, but any positives they can take in the attacking area will be welcome to end off the weekend. And they've drawn another 2-on-1 here in a better attacking area. Let's see what they can manage.
Got to watch themselves, Newcastle, getting a bit close together. I mean, it's not really much of an issue. They are 3-0 up, but still, hopefully want to keep that clean sheet. Henry Bernard trying to find it across. Vickers, Donoghue trying to go across. Harrison gives it back to Vickers. Armstrong, Mackay.
I like the attempt there from Vickers, just didn't manage to get the connection, and Newcastle bring it away now.
Armstrong still battling in that central role. Assuming that central role with Kieran Steer behind him. Donoghue back into Vickers, but just picked off by Armstrong, who...
Great pick off there from Armstrong, yep.
Harrison fires it a goal. Mackay. Armstrong again in that challenge.
Lee's obviously got a bit bored of sitting on the line for the majority of this game and has decided that now it's just time to come out and play, and he's doing well.
Doing very well. He's had a couple of good pick-ups there to try and get the ball around Jacob Vickers, and it's been really effective. And Vickers now trying to just get round him. It's a 2-on-1 in favour of Muscle Warriors here. 5 minutes. Can they get a consolation goal at least, Muscle Warriors? What do you reckon?
I think that's obviously what they'll be aiming for, and with the, with the discipline spatially of Newcastle just waning slightly, it might be possible as they have a chance here. Vickers just can't find the pass. There's another 2-on-1 though. Shows an example of what I'm talking about with the spatial discipline just waning ever so slightly. Perhaps a little bit of tiredness creeping in, a little bit of fatigue. And on that note, we have a flurry of substitutions from both teams.
Dakota Hanam comes on for Jacob Vickers.
A nice attempt of a set-piece routine there, but just didn't come off for Hanam and Donahoe. Simpson does well there to let the ball roll down the court.
Simpson still battling. Again, this is the time of the game where they're 3-0 up. They can just kind of control the game. They don't really need to worry, Newcastle.
No, they're in full control, just seeing it out as they see fit. Simpson trying to force that over the line. Donahoe does well. Some contact there, I believe was the call, in favour of Muscle Warriors.
Now Donahoe to take.
Donahoe, who now, thanks to the withdrawal of Jacob Vickers, seems to be assuming this middle position. So it'll be interesting to see in what's left, albeit not very long, what he can muster up for his team here.
Back to Cole Simpson. Very fluid, this Newcastle side. They're all changing positions quite well.
Yep, and that's the sign of a good team, being able to have that fluidity and the quality. Very, very minimally drops, if at all.
Hanam tries to go. Armstrong keeps going. It's out for a sideline ball.
Have to say, overall, I've been very impressed with Newcastle this weekend. Coming into the season, I don't think I was the only one that was a little unsure of exactly what to expect from them, with quite a number of changes in their squad, and none less than the loss of Ethan Fisher to Leeds. So was looking forward to see what they managed to muster up without him, and they've been doing very well there as Mackay has another shot, manages to win his side a corner.
Yeah, like you say, Fisher was a really valuable asset for Newcastle, but they almost look like they've, they're doing well. They don't look like they've lost, in a sense, the spirit of the squad. Okay. To Mackay, strikes, saved, back again for Cole Simpson. Back across to Mackay, he takes it on. And out.
I have to say, that was a great ball across from the corner from Steer. Great ball. And Mackay managed to get a shot, but couldn't quite direct it in the way that he would have wanted.
It's out of play. Bernard knocked it out. Now Simpson. Steer. Back to Simpson. Tries to get it round. Henry Bernard. Battling. Steer versus Bernard. Keeps going here. Now Bernard pushing forward. He's doing well.
Strong play there from the youngster. Donahoe now in a battle with Steer. Very strong play. You could see Kieran Steer's head wobbling all over the place there from the contact, but he's managed to remain composed and controlled.
Just under a minute remaining.
Donoghue now brings it to the edge of the box. Tried to get it flicked out and couldn't get the contact that he wanted, but still has it now. Battling on the goal line. Settles for the corner.
Favourite corner position here, Thomas.
And for the first time in the second half, and once again in the danger zone of the spin of young Henry Barnard.
Just to bring you an update, the final whistle is about to go on the other court. It's still 1-0 to Aspire. So
sorry, do you need me to move more? Yep.
Go. Bernard trying to find a gap. Donoghue unable to find that gap. The last few seconds here of game week 1 in the Slater Gordon Premiership. Can they get a consolation goal there, Muscle Warriors? Tries to find Dakota Hamnam on the back post. Goes back.
I like the intention there from Donoghue, switching it up. First time he goes for the front bumper, second time he tries to get the dummy, just doesn't work out, which has been a feature of Muscle Warriors in this game. You know, they've had some good intentions, and just that final ball's let them down.
And it's full time on both courts here at the Lee Westwood Sports Centre. See, this court is 3-0 to Newcastle United Foundation PFC. Muscle Warriors Foundation, Muscle Warriors, get my words mixed up there. Muscle Warriors, unfortunately, leave with no points. Newcastle lead with all 3. It was a great performance from Newcastle, some great moves from them. I mean, Thomas, I've got to put it to you. Who do you reckon your player of the game is?
I have to say, player of the match has to be, in my opinion, Aaron Guthrie. You know, gets introduced midway point of the first half, comes on, 2 goals, puts his side in complete control. I have to say, Aaron Guthrie, in my opinion, a well-deserved player of the match.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. We were talking about at half-time. Aaron Guthrie's the player he brought on, and he just scored goals. You need one player sometimes. It can be hard to open the scoring as a team. When you bring on that player that can just score goals, it's refreshing for the side. It clearly gave them that momentum. Thank you very much for thank you very much for joining us on the game week 1 of the Slater Gordon Premiership. It's been a great weekend. Some great highs and great lows. Aspire have won 1-0 on the other side. The fans looking past us right now, they're very ecstatic about it. But it's been a great weekend. We're back here at the Lee Westwood Sports Centre in 2 weeks for the Slater Gordon Championship. But if you want to keep up to date with the Premiership action, that will be resuming in December. In the meantime, you can check the WFA socials and the scoreline up for more information and games that are happening since then. But thank you from me and Thomas. It's been a great day, a great match for you.
Yes, it's been a great match and a pleasure to join you to commentate on it. And it's been a great weekend overall. Looking forward to the future.
Thank you. We hope to see you again soon.